What is up, everybody? It is AM. Thank you so much for coming back and checking out my latest video. I know I just reacted to this channel, okay, on the last video. I know I did, but the content that these guys are putting out is fantastic. It freaked me out last time, and I imagine that this one's gonna be just as freaky. Today, we're going back to the channel called The Haunted 5 to check out their latest video that just dropped, and it is called the top 5 scary ghost videos that are disturbing, in all caps. I think it's gonna be a good one. Let's get started on our new reaction, shall we? Yeah, here we go. Oh, also remember to clickety-clack on that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell so that you're notified whenever my latest videos drop. Let's get on to the video. Number 5.
Jeff and Phil from the YouTube channel Ghost Tech.
Let's go, Jeff and Phil.
Investigations.
Let's get it.
Head to Bedham, England to explore a mysterious church deep in the woods.
Oh, that church already looks
The church was
suspect.
built in 1880 and flourished until an influenza outbreak devastated the town.
The freaks!
It is reported that half the children and many adults perished during the tragedy. The abandoned town is in ruins and allegedly haunted. Jeff
Wow,
and
so
Phil
the whole
begin
town
their
based around this church is abandoned and haunted? That's freaky deaky.
investigation by attempting to establish a friendly dialogue.
Oh, I know
Their
these guys. I
experience
know these
usually
guys.
results
Ghost
in them
Tech,
being quite
paranormal.
calm in these situations.
These guys have been mostly hit or miss. I've seen some things that are really freaky, and I've seen some things that I'm just like, let's see if this one is gonna do it for us.
But what they come in contact with sends chills down their spines.
Well, look, as I was saying, I'd asked for your name, and it may well be that you've told me your name, and I just can't hear it. You have to shout as loud as you can.
What?
Someone touched my hand.
Oh.
Something just touched my hand. Okay, sorry. Please excuse me jumping back.
Please excuse me. One thing I could say about these guys that I really like is if they are talking to spirits, which I'm not saying they are, but if they are, they always have this sort of respect towards them. And granted, I've only seen a few of their videos, but I haven't seen them trying to instigate or get the spirits upset. They just kind of talk to them like they're nearby.
It felt like you brushed through my hand then.
Let me introduce myself. My name's Jeff, and my friend and colleague standing there holding a camera, his name is Phil. So as I thought I could hear children's voices earlier, can I ask if any children can come forward, come inside the church and say hello to us, please? Now, back in the old days, when I say old days, I mean hundreds of years ago.
What if that shadow right here, what if this guy's shadow just like started randomly dancing or doing something crazy against the wall even though he's not moving? That'd be freaky.
There used to be a settlement here, and they used to cut wood. We've been told that there was kilns here.
Kilns?
So it was a tiny, tiny little village.
I might need the subtitles for that.
And I
'cause
guess
I
that
don't know
this
what word he
church
said
was
there.
the centre of that village.
Y'all hear that? I mean, yeah, I know they enhanced the audio. It said, sounded like a little kid. And he's talking to kids right now. The kids that were in this village. Oh, that's spooky. And I think he audibly heard it too.
That was a voice, Phil.
I heard it.
I hear the disembodied voice of a child say, yes, coming from behind me.
That's not what I heard.
Here
I
is
just
the
heard.
audio taken from my digital recorder.
And I guess that this church was the centre of that village.
I didn't hear yes there. I mean, it definitely was a disembodied voice, but I heard just like it was almost like a little moan or sigh. I didn't hear yes at all. It didn't sound like a word to me.
Phil mentions he senses a presence move through his hand, while Jeff claims to hear the voice of a child directly behind him. While these encounters would make the most courageous investigators consider leaving, they decided to push on with their research.
There you go. There you
But
go.
never expected they
Don't
would
give
come in
up.
contact with the following.
Oh, snap. This sounds horrible.
How it must have been different when the building had a roof, doors, windows,
Something's going to move in the background. I know it. I can.
perhaps pews?
What the crap was that? It sounded like a demon screaming. They had to have like did audio editing there because that was freaky, y'all.
That, Jeff?
Yeah.
Black mass went right in between me and you and went
Oh.
over here.
I think that was the background sound effects. I don't think they actually heard that. I think that was like the indicator that something freaky was happening. That's a little bit better because I was super confused, but I didn't see anything.
Could you come back, please?
A black shadow moves in between Phil and I, and it is captured on all of our cameras.
Oh, wow.
Here is the footage taken from static cam 1, followed by the footage on all 3 cameras from all angles.
That just adds a lot of credibility to this, because I think in order to capture the same event, or I guess I should say fake the same event on 4 different cameras, that would really require a lot of intensive skill, and you would have to literally watch over and over again to make sure everything was completely right. I just don't see like a paranormal investigative channel taking the time to fake something like that.
Perhaps pews?
Ooh. Yeah, I saw that.
What was that, Jeff?
It looked like something almost like ran by in front of the light.
Perhaps
Because it casts over the
pews?
whole doorway.
While Phil is attempting to create rapport with the potential spirits,
Oh, I didn't even
Jeff
see it on
spots a
that
shadow
shot.
figure pass in between them on his infrared camera. This leaves Jeff completely frozen momentarily. When they regain their composure, they decide to roll back the footage and see what they captured. While reviewing the footage, they left a static camera running in the church.
Oh, snap.
This is what it captured.
After we leave, our static cam 2 inside the church tries to focus on a shadow figure that comes out of the right-hand side wall. The camera goes in and out of focus as the figure moves from right to left, then it disappears. Here is the footage, followed by the footage with enhancements.
What am I looking at? He said it came from the right. Thank you for the circle, Haunted 5. Oh, yeah. Camera's flipping out. Can we get some enhancement, please? Thank you very much. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I see something moving over there. Definitely see the camera kind of going in and out of focus. I'm not super convinced that that is like a legitimate shadow figure, but because it got so blurry, like you couldn't really make out a shape. It just looked like this sort of black blob going back and forth, which could be paranormal, but there could be a natural explanation for what that might have been.
Is the old mission church haunted by the children that tragically lost
I don't
their
know.
lives?
All I know is
I'll
I
let
heard,
you be the judge.
and that was freaky. Number 4, let's go. Haunted 5.
This next footage comes from TikTok user Bree Dive. Her channel is
Bree
dedicated
Dive.
to her love of free
Oh, I
diving.
get it. She dives. She goes scuba diving.
She loves how refreshed and relaxed she is after swimming in the clear waters of Florida. Her most recent dive was anything but relaxing.
Ooh.
Her encounter left her truly frightened.
Was that fish screaming? One of them screaming fish. Oh, that's freaky, man. Because it sounds like somebody like pleading. Oh,
As you
that's
can
scary.
see in her facial expression, Bree is legitimately baffled regarding the unexplained screaming.
Yeah.
She decides to surface and regain her composure. Once she has settled down, she decides to go back down one more time.
That's freaky because it sounded like somebody in distress, like somebody who was like drowning or asking for help. I didn't see anybody around, so yeah, that is disturbing.
She had moments ago.
I didn't read that. Hopefully you guys read it. Yep, that's because they kicked the bucket. The water finally
Her
got them.
second time through is very different from the first. This time, there are no screams. After she posted the
That's messed
video
up.
to TikTok, many viewers accused her of adding the audio over her original video.
No, see, I mean, I know that a lot of these creators will go to great lengths to create viral videos. That's how they grow their audience. That's how they get big. That's how they get the sponsorships. I think it's a lot more obvious than this when that happens. I mean, she was recording live with the GoPro, it looked like. And so I think for her to superimpose that onto the footage would be pretty obvious. But I could be wrong. Maybe she didn't hear anything. But with the facial expressions she had while she was swimming through and just the way the sound changed directions, it seems like that was legit to me.
This was her response to her skeptical viewers.
So, People are asking what camera I use. GoPro 7 works perfectly fine for me. I cracked it a little bit, but I use the case. Definitely not a voiceover though, so I'm going to show you the video straight out of my GoPro.
Okay, there you go, girl.
How I recorded it. So you can hear.
Ooh. Oh man, that makes me uncomfortable. This stuff makes me more uncomfortable, I think, than even like paranormal stuff, because that could have been somebody in legitimate trouble. You know, something was going on. They couldn't get to the surface. They were trapped under something. Ugh, gosh, that could have been somebody that needed help. You know, obviously, I believe that if she would have seen who this person was or where it was coming from, she would have helped them. But that bothers me to hear this kind of stuff.
So, it's not a voiceover or an edit or anything like that, so.
What do you think the screams were from that Bree
I don't know.
captured on her camera?
I don't know if I
Were they
want to
from an
know.
audio malfunction or something much more disturbing? Possibly the ghosts from the shipwreck she was swimming through.
I don't know if that
I'll
was a
let you
ghost.
decide.
If that was legit, it sounded like a person.
This next video is from the popular YouTube channel Franco TV.
Franco
He
TV!
decides
I've
to
seen
take
some of
his
his videos.
explorations to Lima, Peru, where allegedly the most haunted cemetery in South America resides. The Presbítero Maestro Cemetery is the resting place for many notable figures, including those of famous witches. Franco
go,
decides
man.
to
Here we
visit the
go.
crypt of Gregoria Camacho, who died in 1897.
Gregoria. That just sounds like a witch's name.
It is rumored that she is a world-famous witch that many followers across the globe come to visit. As Franco investigates
go
the
visit
place
a
of her
witch?
burial, he never
Go
imagined
visit Elvis. Go visit Marilyn Monroe. Go visit Selena. But why a witch?
he'd encounter the following.
A witch who was buried here. Now, apparently she did good and bad.
What
but
is
mostly-
that behind? Is that his shadow? That got me right off the bat because it looked like there's something following him. And yes, I know shadows follow people. Okay. Let's go.
Spray painted witch of Satan and stuff. And so other witches will come here and give thanks to her. So I'm going to go take you guys here real quick. But her tomb is actually kind of different from all the others because you could see a skull and bones, which kind of represents something very, very dark. But this is actually her tomb right here.
Whose
Her name
is it? Is it
Georgina
hers?
Camacho or Gregoria, something like that.
Gregoria. Gregoria.
Her names. And you can see.
Oh, okay. I thought he meant a real skull and bones. I was like, are they hers? Like, is nobody curious about who these bones belong to?
Other witches would carve their names in here and leave candles and trinkets. Now it looks like it says Camila. That's a train. And if you look out here, you can see where they put all the candles. It's different from all the others because they put all these candles here.
Yeah, and
And
there's
candies.
a big flower hanging off the top of it, which I don't really see on any of the other ones.
Hello?
Bro, no. No. You might need headphones to hear this. I have my headphones on. I have them cranked right now. There is creepy laughter, clear as day. Let me go back.
And candies. Isn't that...
Dude, that is clear.
Hello?
Oh.
What the hell did I just hear?
Yeah.
It sounded like
Somebody's
laughing.
laughing at you, bro, as they're sneaking up behind you,
This
getting ready
area's
to
blocked off. But once
choke
walk
you
back
out.
Here, there's nowhere else you can go. Listen. Hello? Georgina? There's literally
Okay,
no-
so I have to pick this apart a little bit, mostly because it's freaking me out. So I'm trying to figure out natural explanation. It could be a bird of some sort that has a call that just sounds like human laughter. I don't know what species does that, but I'm sure I've read somewhere that there's a species. Their chirping sounds like almost like people laughing. But beyond that, if you notice, it's the same pattern every time. The laughter doesn't change in pitch or tone. It's just a there's no variation to it. So it sounds to me like it could also be a pre-recorded sound that somebody's playing somewhere. I don't know if they're pranking this guy or if he set it up this way, but I do have some questions about this one, but let's see what else he gets.
one here. Oh, okay. Well, I got creeped out.
As Franco inspects the burial site, he hears a terrifying laugh coming from somewhere close in the cemetery.
Yeah, I heard it too.
What's truly chilling is the laugh seems to be following him as he goes down the passageway to locate where the...
Which would make sense if you have a sound box or a sound device that's playing that sound over and over again.
Startled by what he hears, he decides to
like
make
his
his
hat,
way
though.
to another portion of the cemetery.
Almost as amazing as
It wasn't long
a
before
citizen
he
hat.
experienced the following.
Right in there. I don't know if those are the remains. It looks like a sock. There's something tied up. Here, let me zoom in.
Okay, hold on. What is he looking at? He's looking at the inside of the tomb now?
I'm going to be able to zoom in a lot more on post-editing, so it looks like it could be... There's something hairy there.
Where?
Huh, that looks like a dead animal.
I don't see anything hairy. The Haunted 5. Can we get a replay? Some enhancements, some red circles, so I know what I'm supposed to be looking at right now?
Oh, that is so creepy.
It looks like people just dumped garbage
Alright, I just
in there.
got the K2 meter. ¿Alguien estás aquí adentro? ¿Tú puedes decirme tu nombre? Oh, look at this. There's X's. You see that? On the side of the wall. Oh, that's interesting. That's something that's kind of seen in Mississippi. When you see X mark, it's like they have something they want you to do, and they call upon the spirit to doing it.
Franco doesn't realize it,
I've
but
never
his
heard that.
question was answered as he
We
notices
got some
the
EVP
X
action?
on the wall. You can clearly hear the word "Hola" whispered in the camera. Listen closely.
Huh?
You see that?
Oh,
You see that?
dude, I heard it. I didn't hear it the first time, but that replay, oh gosh. I got chills. I got chills on my arm. Oh, she said, hola. Right in the camera, dude.
As Franco concludes his night at the cemetery, he decides to visit the memorial dedicated to Ricardo Espiel. Ricardo was a young boy that tragically died at the young age of 6.
Oh.
He is rumored to grant blessings and wishes to everyone that comes to him seeking help.
I
As
would like a
Franco was up
million
close and reading
subscribers
the
on
David,
YouTube.
His static camera captures something
Thank you.
truly bizarre.
Now I am making my way towards another tomb of a child named Ricardo. Now, apparently Ricardo
Ricardo.
grants blessings and wishes to everyone who comes to him seeking help. He is a very well-known spirit that protects this graveyard. Well, one, protects it, and two, also offers blessings to everyone who shows up here. I wanted to see if I can read what this says.
In memory of.
A la memoraria de Ricardo M. Espaillat, sus amigos, 8 de Agosto, December 1887.
Oh! Do y'all want to tell me what this mess is right here? This looks like a transparent arm just reaching out, trying to grab something. What the flip is that?
Ricardo Isabella.
Is it?
Mario.
Oh, no. I was just getting ready to say, it could be just the way the light is going through, because you could see the light on his camera shining. And I was like, maybe if it's shining through a little crack or crevice in here, it could create that little beam. But when he moved over to this side, it was still there, and you saw it pull back. Oh, that was creepy. If he doesn't revisit it, I'll go back on that part so you guys can see
Now,
what I
what's
saw.
more interesting about this is that in the back, you could see all the prayers from everyone and all the blessings. And what's more interesting is that it even says gracias, like pretty much thank you for making these blessings come true. Any blessing you want, it'll be blessed by Ricardo.
On the back side of the memorial,
Yeah, check this out.
You can clearly see an arm being extended. It wasn't until Frank
And see how he moved over there? But if you look really carefully right here, that arm is still sticking out. And then in just a minute, it pulls back. So that's not from his light. That's freaky.
Franco posted the video
Watch.
to YouTube that he noticed the
It's a-
strange, translucent arm. Is this cemetery truly haunted? I'll let you be the judge.
Number 2. These are good, y'all. Haunted
This
5.
next footage comes from
Come on now.
Torreon, Mexico. YouTuber Eater Olivas was driving home late one evening when his dash cam recorded something truly chilling. While driving, he thought he saw something out of the corner of his eye, but he was so tired, he thought it was his mind playing tricks on him, until he watched the recording the following morning and saw this.
Whoa. This freaks me right out. Oh! Did you see it? Dude, something was running down the side of the road and it looked like they were wearing like a hospital gown with their arms out like this while they're running.
It appears as though a woman is running on the side of the busy highway in a very peculiar way. Her arms are outstretched and she is wearing a traditional type of dress.
Okay, as freaky as that is, I gotta say, that could have just been somebody drugged up, out their minds, decided to go running down the highway. Like when you see these people on these really hard, like street drugs, they have some really, really weird behaviors. That could just be a woman who is just drugged up and doesn't know what she's doing running down the highway. But it's freaky.
Some of his viewers even mentioned she appears to have no head. Eder is still
No
spooked
head?
from this incident and has no idea what he...
Now I see a head. I mean, it's blurry because he's driving by, but there's definitely a shape of something here.
What are your thoughts?
I don't know which way he was or she was running though. I couldn't tell if she's running towards him or away from him. But either way, it's
New
freaky.
Zealand YouTuber Mr. Omega dedicates
Mr.
his channel
Omega
to his love of gaming and urban exploration. His next adventure is to stay overnight at the abandoned
Spooner's Rail Tunnel.
The passageway was given the name the Railway to Nowhere because due to financial issues back in 1891, the train pass was never connected to the railway system. Many locals have reported strange occurrences in this remote area, and after his overnight stay, Mr. Omega would have his own creepy story.
All right,
Okay,
Mr.
here we are
Omega,
here.
what you got
the
for
only
us?
person I have with me is Max. You know, man's best friend and everything.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at that. There's a vehicle over there that's burnt out too. Oh man, look at it. Hope it's not a popular spot for people to come up and do gosh knows what.
I couldn't even bring my dog on an urban exploration because she would just, if we saw something weird and freaky, she would just run up and sniff it, maybe lick it a couple times. She's a great dog, but not an adventurer.
Go into the tunnel. As you can see, it's totally pitch black. It's too dark to go in there without any form or source of light. So that's the next thing we need to get out of the pack.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh, there's my baby.
You might fall into a precipice.
It's my massive dolphin torch. It's a really good torch. As
Oh,
you can
wow.
see. This thing will do the trick, I'm sure.
Everything is going normal throughout his stay until Mr. Omega decides to check his phone in the early morning. Realizing he has no phone reception, he heads out to the entrance of the tunnel to get a signal. As he heads back to his camp, his night would take a terrifying turn.
Oh, snap.
Complete overnight
What
jump.
happened? What did you see?
Alright, Max, let's go back in. Here it is. Woo! Max! Oh,
What was that?
my gosh, damn tripod.
Oh, that's his camera.
I hear some sort of tune out of it. Max, come here.
Ooh, that dog is bricking it. He's just sitting off in the corner like, I ain't going anywhere.
Max. Who's that? Who's that, Max? What the actual? Can you guys hear that? Max, where is it? I don't know if you guys can hear this on the camera, but there's something. What is that?
I do hear like a weird beeping.
What the?
Oh man, that's straight out of a flippin' horror movie. Like you're walking in this dark abandoned tunnel and there's just a toy laying there playing Happy Birthday. Where did that toy come from? What is this mess right here going on?
Hello? What is that? Max, what is that? Hello? Is there somebody here? That's just creepy as... What the hell? Is anyone here?
Do you really want that
What
answer?
is that?
Oh God! I'm gonna be honest, guys, that scared the F out of me. Because I was already in suspense. I could hear in his voice how scared he was. And then for him to just turn around and see somebody looking at him in this weird, creepy tunnel, I bricked it. That was one of the only, like, I would say handful of times that these things have ever made me legitimately jump. I mean, they have the fake ones on TikTok and stuff that are designed specifically to make you jump, but this is the first real one that I can remember jumping at. Oh my God. Oh. Goosebumps. My body feels weak. I feel like I just need to lay down and take a
As he heads
nap.
back into the tunnel to find his camp, he hears a strange noise in the darkness.
Oh gosh, that was
As he
horrifying.
approaches the source of the noise, he realizes it's a creepy child's toy playing the happy birthday jingle. Mr. Omega begins to panic and looks in every direction to find who or what
Oh, my heart is
left
still
the toy
racing.
there. As he scans his flashlight against the tunnel wall, he spots a strange figure.
Dude, look at this mess right here. What the flip is that? This thing's head is shaped like a flippin' banana. You banana-headed devil catcher. What are you doing there?
You're staring back at him from a small opening in the wall. Luckily, both Mr. Omega and his dog safely escape. Is the abandoned Spooner's
Oh my
tunnel.
gosh. And when you have it enhanced there, it looks like he's wearing like a robe or something, or a jacket. Look, what is this? You got like a top knot, like a samurai? All right, I gotta stop looking at this because this is freaking me out. Whew. The Haunted 5. That was a good one, man. That last one got me big time. Yeah, so there was a couple of them that had some potential explanations. That one, I imagine it was fake or staged, but if it wasn't, then like, if I went through that in real life, I would never be the same. But anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure that you clickety-clack on that subscribe button down below and you hit the bell so that you're notified when all of my new videos drop. Also, make sure you swing by the Haunted 5's YouTube channel for more freaky, scary, poop myself type of content just like this. Make sure you drop him a like on this video and also subscribe to their channel if you haven't already. But guys, that'll do it for me. I hope you all had an amazing week and we will see you on the next one.